tell us about Mooroolbark Theatre Group?
Sure. Well, Mooroolbark Theatre Group is an amateur theatre group in the local community. We put on 2 shows a year in June and November from the Red Earth Theatre, which is based at the Mooroolbark Community Centre.
And what is it about your theatre group that you really enjoy?
Well, I believe that what makes Mooroolbark pretty special is its long-standing relationship in the community. We were founded 38 years ago now in Mooroolbark, and we've always remained a community group, and quite an accessible one at that, on both ends actually. For members, for people that want to be part of the group, we understand that people have families and lives and jobs, so we have a really relaxed rehearsal schedule, a lot more so than a lot of the other groups. And then for people coming to see the shows, we try and keep it as accessible to everyone by keeping our ticket prices as low as we can possibly do it, because we just want people to come and see the shows. So I think we've been quite a long-standing group within the community, for the community and by the community, and I think that's the way that it's always going to stay.
Tell me, how many people are involved with your group?
Well, currently our member base is around about 30, although I think we've got affiliate members around 100. It obviously changes from year to year as people come and go, but we've had some very, very long-standing members that are still part of the group, play after play after play, which is always a really lovely thing to have as a solid base for new people to come in and out of, so there's always that structure there, so to speak.
We need to be close, don't we, George?
I'll see if I have anything nearby, Mr. Picton.
Don't bother to get up, George.
And I'll put our security onto that intruder, Mr.
You've got a show coming up. Tell us about it.
We do. So we've just cast it actually, so we're only just in beginning stages of rehearsals for it. So it's our November production, and this time we're doing Out of Order, which is a comedy by Ray Cooney, which we're actually very, very excited about this one. It's a very funny play. We think audiences are going to really enjoy this one, but we've also got a really, really strong cast, which I think is going to provide us with a really strong foundation on which to really create some fun characters and some strong comedy across the board. So we've got our show run from the 3rd to the 12th of November, and we've just added a matinee performance as well this year, which is something new for this season. So we're running for 8 shows this season.
Louise, tell us a bit about the storyline of the show.
Sure. So Out of Order, this time we are in London in the Westminster Hotel, and we have Richard, who is a politician, meeting with Jane, who is a secretary for the opposition, to start a torrid affair. However, they never actually end up doing so, because instead they discover a dead body dangling into their room from the window. Of course, they don't call the police or even the hotel manager. They call George, who is Richard's personal private secretary.
You told Mr. Pigton about the dead body?
Yes.
You mean there is a dead body? You told me there wasn't.
No, I didn't. I said to tell the manager there wasn't.
And together, the 3 of them try and deal with the situation in as ridiculous ways as humanly possible.
Mr. Willis, could I return to the dead body in the cupboard?
I knew you'd come to my aid, George.
Oh no. First of all, I just want to know how the dead body moved from the window out there to the cupboard in there.
So obviously it's a farce comedy, so we have lots of ridiculous scenarios, preposterous propositions.
There's no we about it.
Okay, all you have to do...
I don't have to do anything.
As soon as the manager finds you a room, we transfer the body...
We do what?
Transfer the body to your suite.
Lots of comings and goings, of course, lots of doors. I think what makes this one a bit special, I really like the way that Ray Cooney has actually played with the convention of lots of doors, because in this one he has a wardrobe door acting as one of the doors, and they actually string up the dead body onto the wardrobe door, and that opens and shuts at ridiculous times throughout the play. And he also uses a window as a door, so we have lots of cast members entering and exiting from the window. And the window itself actually has a bit of a mind of its own, so it creates quite a character in itself in the play. So there's lots of really great comedic elements happening within the set itself for this one. So it's a very, very funny play.
And if someone wants to join your theatre group, how would they go about it?
Well, we're always looking for new members. Actually, currently, we are really wanting to hear from anyone that is interested in set design, maybe learning set design and set building as well. We'd love to hear from anybody that has interest in those areas. But obviously, interest in anywhere across the theatre board is always welcome, always open to new members, and our contact details can be found on the website or on our Facebook page.
Good. And tell us about, looking a bit further forward, what do you envisage, say, for next year?
Well, I think it's not just next year, but for the next few years, we've been in an interesting stage at the moment. Actually, it's a bit of an exciting time for Moorbark because we've always had a very, very loyal, long-standing audience base, a lot of which has been with us almost right from the start, which has been so fantastic for us. But we've sort of accepted the fact that all good things must come to an end. And so we've sort of been working with the challenge of how do we maintain that audience base and respect it and still provide it with what it's always expected from us, whilst also opening ourselves up to something new and a new audience base, which obviously we're going to need to continue to prosper in the future. So I think ultimately what we've been trying to do of late and moving into the future is sort of to understand what it is that makes us Moorbark and to really solidify that, strengthen it even if we can, and then which parts maybe need just a bit of a polish up and which parts we can maybe tweak and open ourselves up to something new so that we can remain fresh, ongoing, and maintain our presence going into the future. So we've got some exciting times at the moment, and moving into the future we're all really excited about where we're at currently and where we're heading. So it's actually a really exciting time to join the group if you're wanting to, and certainly an exciting time if you're wanting to come and see the shows, because I believe that they're stronger than ever at the moment.